Hey there YouTube, N107 here, coming at you with Xbox Series X versus the Xbox One X of Star Wars Battlefront 2. This game, I started playing it quite a bit, and then of course it went through its dilemma and drama and whatnot. Then I came back, but what kept me from staying after they fixed it and made it the game it should have been from the beginning, it was the fact that loading times in these Battlefront style games is just too long. And if you're interested in Battlefield 5, check out the playlist for the Xbox Series X, or after that, in the little bubble on top, the Xbox Series S. But yeah, like Battlefront took so long to load, and it's definitely been optimized a little bit, that I just quit. I decided to go play other stuff. But now with the SSDs in these consoles, even though it is not optimized for Xbox Series X and Xbox Series S, and I hope it does get a full patch, and if not, just an optimization to make some of the graphics render a little sooner, because I think these consoles can handle it. And you'll see in the video what I'm about to show you. And stick around for the frame graph towards halfway through the video. And if you have any special titles you would like me to test, hit the comment section below. Without further ado, let's test this game out. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Star Wars Battlefront 2 on the Xbox One X versus the Xbox Series X. The Xbox Series X manages to give us about less than 45 seconds. Actually, sometimes like the 30-second mark, which is pretty impressive. If you play this game, you know that is impressive. And that carries over to the loading and then exiting games, and then choosing your characters a little smoother. Textures loading faster. They do render at about the same distance because this is not an Xbox Series X optimized game, so it just uses the Xbox backwards compatibility program, so it'll have the same, pretty much the same graphical settings as the Xbox One X as to texture quality and render distance and all that stuff. FPS, we're checking the graph in just a little bit, so stick with me, but we're looking at 60 FPS still. The Xbox One X, I slowed down the footage, as you can tell, still loading. This applies to pretty much the initial loading. It's about 3/4 of the initial loading time that it takes for the game to get you out of a game, and then to get in is about half. Definitely a little more optimized than Battlefield, but it doesn't have, like Battlefield 5 for example, it doesn't have as much destruction, so I can see that. But this is still an impressive game, even on the Xbox One S, which I highly recommend checking the playlist I mentioned earlier and checking that video out, because this game still looks great, even on older hardware. But yeah, you're looking at native 4K on the Xbox One X with sometimes dips because it is dynamic, and then the Xbox Series X, well, pretty much a locked 4K is what we're expecting here. If you like this kind of content, only 2.2% of the people subscribe that watch these videos, so please, if you like this content, don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell and a like along the way. And if you have any more questions, let me know on Twitch. I stream any day of the week. I can help you there, or go over to streamingliveacademy.com, where you can sign up for our My Teams and I's free content creation PDF, where we teach you tips and tricks of like omni-channel communication, social media marketing, and just creating content as a hobby or career. And so yeah, without further ado, let's talk about the graph. The FPS in this game, it'll show some drops here and there, but if you have a VRR or FreeSync enabled TV or monitor, you're looking at sharp smoothness. Of course, you do lose the FPS, that's not something that will change, but it'll look smoother. But yeah, it's the thing is, you'll see here that it does pop up, and in this video it's gonna feel like, oh, it's kind of bad, but to be honest, there's a big difference between the Xbox One S and the other three consoles. And then it's not as dramatic on the Series S and Series X from the One X, but by the way, here I have a perfect example of a texture popping. Both share the same graphical settings. The thing is, it feels just smoother. I can't show you, but even with VRR enabled or not, the game just feels a tad bit more responsive in any scenario than the One X. Not as often as the One S, but definitely it still happens in my testing. The other thing, guys, is graphically you're not getting any changes besides resolution, and shadows is the only setting that I know that changes based on resolution. So if you have a higher resolution, you're gonna have better shadows, and so you're gonna have better shadows the higher end console you have. But besides that, effects, particles, all that stuff, which is impressive, is running pretty much even across all consoles. But yeah, that's pretty much the analysis here. I do hope that it gets an Xbox Series X optimized or just tweak the code like Jedi Fallen Order to run better, but what it is what we have, and you can get it for free on Xbox Game Pass. And if you're interested, I'm going to be giving away one every month, or once we reach 3,000 subscribers, I'll be giving away one free month of Xbox Game Pass Ultimate. So stick around, and hope to see you on Twitch. And if you want to earn your own, check out the little bubble that showed up just a little bit earlier, and that one will guide you to my Microsoft Rewards Program points system, where you can, get your own points and earn your own free Xbox Game Pass Ultimate. But anyway, I'm in World 7. Appreciate you guys' time. See you next time, and let me know any questions in the comment section below.